everybody. Hi. I'm glad you're back for our Yoga for Health and Joy class series. If you're new, I'd like to extend a special welcome to you. My name is Patricia Becker, and today's class is going to be Gentle Yoga for Joy. And if you'd like to see more of my classes, please go to my website, yourhealthandjoy.com. So gentle yoga, that's what we're here for today. So it's going to be nice and easy. Maybe this is for you if you're new to yoga, or maybe you've been practicing for a while and you just want a nice, easy 30-minute practice. You've arrived to the right place. So please take a comfortable seat, and you can see I'm sitting up on a blanket. Maybe you'd like to sit on a blanket. You give yourself an extra little cushion, and then let your hips fall down a little bit. So I'd like you to take a moment to connect with your natural, effortless breath. And you can close your eyes. Take time to slow down and connect with your breath. Take a deep inhale. Nice slow exhale. Big inhale. Slow exhale. And I'd like you to bring your attention, your awareness to someone or something that you're grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Take a couple of deep breaths into that place of gratitude. And then please bring your hands together in front of your heart, and we'll seal in an attitude of gratitude as we move through this class, Gentle Yoga for Joy. And then if your eyes are closed, gently allow your eyes to open, and gently open your arms, open your heart, and keep connecting with your breath, slow and easy. And then we'll turn our thumbs down and interlace our hands behind our backs. And then we'll draw our shoulders back and lift our heart open. And take a couple more slow, deep breaths. And then you can stay right here with your torso straight up, or if you'd like, you can root your hips back and extend your spine long, lifting your hands up to the sky. And take a nice big inhale, slow exhale. And then press down through your hips and inhale your torso back up. Release your hands and then stretch your arms out again. You can even stretch out through your fingers. Open your heart. And we'll turn our thumbs down. This time, interlace your hands the opposite way behind your back. The other index finger goes on top. And then shrug your shoulders back and then away from your ears. Take a nice big breath. And again, you can stay upright or with your hands interlaced the opposite. You can keep your hips rooted back and lengthen through your spine and fold forward. And press down through your hips as you come on up. And then release your hands, bring them to your thighs, and then just move your spine around side to side. All those little vertebrae, your spine, just move it all around. Create space in between them, the little vertebrae. Then go the other way. You can move your shoulders around too. Good, and then we'll come back to center. And inhale, one arm straight up to the sky. And then take that hand behind your head and take your other hand to your elbow. Yeah, and you can push your elbow back if that's comfortable. And you get a nice stretch under the underside of your arm. And slow, deep breathing throughout this whole time we're together here. And then gently release that. And take your other arm up. See if you can even tone your belly muscles here. Press down through your hips and lift up. And then take that hand behind your head. And then take your other hand to your elbow to give it a gentle encouragement back. And slowly release. In conclusion, yoga is good for health and joy. That's the conclusion, but we're going to keep on going. So you can take your blanket to the side, and we're going to come on to our hands and knees, all fours. So here, feel your fingers pressing down, all 10 fingers down, and your knees back a little bit behind your hips here. And you can tuck your toes behind you. And then round your back up to the sky. Round it way up. And then on your exhale, melt your heart towards the earth. Lift your shoulders up, sit bones up, gaze up. And then round again, tuck your chin in. And arch. This is called cat and cow. Nice back massage. Round. And arch again. And now, even though it's gentle yoga, we can be a little playful, right? So let's press our left leg straight back behind us. And then stretch the right arm long. So you want to stretch both ways. And then you can even lift up your belly button muscles towards your spine. And we'll come on down. And then press your right leg away from you and your left arm long. Kind of like you're reaching for your favorite treat. Reaching long through your left hand, pressing back through your right foot. And come on down. Let's do it again on each side. Stretch your left leg long and right arm long. And take your hand down. And then we'll do the other side. Push your right leg back like you're trying to push something away from you. And you'll squeeze your right kneecap. Tone your belly muscles and stretch your left arm long. And lower that hand down. And I'm going to face this way on my mat. And we're going to lift our knees up, hips up, into downward facing dog. Lift it up. And here I wanted to mention, again, you want to have your finger pads pressing down into the earth. This is good alignment, so you want to come back and do the poses again, so you protect your arms and your wrists. And then you even want to press down through your metatarsals. So even for gentle yoga, we want to make sure we have good alignment. Knees up, hips up. And then from the back, your heart press down through your arms, down through your hands. And then from the back, your heart lift up through your sit bones. See how much space you can get in your spine. you really want to feel more weight in your legs. A lot of times we tend to sink down into our arms, and maybe then we don't like downward facing dog so much, but press your hips back, sit bones up, and see if you can root down through your legs more. Stretch it out. Take a big, deep breath. And then lower your knees to the mat. Take your knees apart. And please take your big toes together. And sit back on your feet here. And then we're going to keep our hips rooted back, and we're going to stretch our spine long for child's pose, pranam. Stretch and lengthen. And if you'd like, you can rest your forehead down on your mat, or if you have a block, you can rest your forehead down on your block. When you rest your forehead down, it calms your system. Keep pressing your hips back and lengthening through your spine. And then you can stay low and stretch out over your right thigh, over your right knee. And then you'll probably notice that your outer left thigh tends to come up and want to go with you for the stretch. You want to tack it back as you lengthen. And then we'll come through center, and we'll go off to the left. And same thing whenever you're twisting to one side, this side of your body tends to want to come up. So you want to see if you can tack your outer right hip back as you stretch off to the left. Take a nice, slow, easy, deep breath. And then slowly come through center, please. Spread your fingers wide, and then come on up. Knees up, hips up, and downward facing dog again. Now for this downward facing dog, I want you to take your feet to the edges of your mat, and then take your hands to the edges of your mat. And it's just a little bit more spacious downward facing dog. And then you can move your hips side to side. And then there's something we call walking the dog. So you can bend one knee in, then the other knee in. And here, just move around nice and easy, what feels good. Yoga is supposed to feel good. So you can do little micro movements to make it feel good in your body. Adjustments, modifications. Move around. And then bend both knees. Please look between your hands and slowly walk up to the top of your mat. And then feel your feet rooted down. Squeeze your kneecaps. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw your shoulders on your back. And then press down through your legs to rise up through your torso. Hello. Let's stretch our arms out behind us again. We do so much like this in our lives, right? So much like this that it just feels so good to do this. So this is yoga. Just interlacing your hands behind your back, opening your sternum, opening your chest. And you can lift your shoulder blades up behind your heart and tack your hands down towards the earth. That just feels so good. And then we'll release our hands. Take a nice breath. And then I would like to introduce to you a couple of standing poses. So please take a wide stance on your mat. And then you want to turn your feet in slightly. Squeeze your legs together. Stretch your arms way out. So now you're like a 5-point star here. And then turn, let's see, I'm mirroring you, so that would be your right foot. And then bend your knee over your ankle, and maybe you take your back foot back a little bit more. And you gaze out with a soft gaze. Soften your jaw, soften your forehead, and you gaze out over your front fingertips. This is called Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Warriors of joy, I like to say. And then press into your front leg and reverse your feet the other way. If your arms get tired, you can lower your arms. And then stretch them back out. And then bend your knee over your ankle. You want to make sure your knee's right up over your ankle so you're in good alignment. And then open your arms. Maybe you have a mirror, you can check and see if they're parallel. Sometimes when we first start doing yoga, we can see this arm and we forget what this one's doing. It's hanging back there like this. We want to get it up, open. And then soften your face, soften your gaze right out over your front hand. And then push into your front leg to straighten it. Lower your arms, turn that foot in, and then you can heel toe your feet back together. There you go, Virabhadrasana 2. Now, let's do another standing pose for our gentle yoga for joy class. Take a nice wide stance. Actually, you want to have your ankles about underneath your wrists. That way you know you have good alignment for your height and your body. And then turn that foot out, your right foot out. And then same thing is bend your knee right up over your ankle. You can always heel toe the foot back. And then your back foot turns in a little bit to make the pose easier and in best alignment for you. And we'll start here in Warrior 2 again. Now we're going to go into a pose that's called Parsvakonasana. We take our forearm to our thigh and take your top hand to your hip. Looks pretty casual, right? Rest your forearm here. Yeah, draw your top shoulder up and back. This is a modification of the full pose. So I like to be very inviting to make poses accessible to everyone. All shapes and sizes and ages. Yeah. Yoga for health and joy. And then press down into your legs. Straighten your right leg. And we will reverse our feet. And then another little alignment key point is your front heel should intersect your back arch. Again, you know you have good alignment. So you can continue to grow the poses safely. Knee right up over your ankle. Stretch your arms out. Feel yourself rooted down into your legs. Feel your power of your legs. And then lift up a little more through your spine. Gaze out over your front fingers. And then we'll take this back hand to our hip and Parsvakonasana again. Lift your top shoulder up to the sky. And then for extra points in gentle yoga, you turn up the corners of your mouth. And then always you want to root through your legs as you lift yourself back up. Turn your feet parallel, and there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can heel toe your feet together. And now put the right leg in. You do the hokey pokey. No, just kidding. Okay, so let's do that again. Heel toe your feet out. Let's take a nice wide stance. Squeeze your legs together. Lift up your kneecaps. And then turn that right foot back out again, please. You want to check your alignment, make sure your front heel's intersecting your back arch, and knee right over your leg. And then forearm to your thigh, top hand to your hip. And then here, you'll notice more of your weight sinks into your front leg, generally, yeah. So push down into your back leg to see if you can more evenly distribute your weight between your front and your back. And then you can stay right here, or if you'd like, you can stretch your top arm away from your neck. And then if you'd like, you can reach it up and over. Or if you'd like to just stay right where you were with your hand on your hip, that's perfectly fine. And then we'll root down into our leg. Come on up. Reverse your feet. Knee over your ankle. Forearm to your thigh, top hand on your hip. Draw both shoulders back. And then stretch your top arm away from your neck to get a lot of space in your neck. And then up and over if you'd like. So I like for everybody to feel the benefits of yoga. So do the poses that feel good, that feel like a right stretch for you. And press down, inhale up. And bring your feet parallel. And you can heel toe your feet together. Some people say to me, I can't do yoga, I'm too stiff. That's exactly why we want to do yoga, right? Blessed are the stiff. We know exactly where our edge is. I used to be really, really stiff. Really, really stiff. And I went to yoga and I said, oh my God, I can't do any of that. But then you keep doing it and you keep opening and you feel better and better and better. So now, we're going to come back to seated. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. So here's the way I'm going to teach you. Press down through your legs. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Please come up, back up to the top of your mat, if you're not already. Walk up to the top of your mat. And then hinge at your hips, exhale and fold all the way forward. You can bend your knees, get your fingertips down, and then step your right leg back, right knee down, and then left leg back, left knee down. And then sit down. And then take your legs out in front of you. We're going to do a nice hip opener called Baddha Konasana. So take your feet together. And you can have your feet out further. You can have them in closer, way in. You find the area that feels right to you in your body, that feels comfortable. And then hold on to your feet. And then lean to one side and get your glute muscle out and apart. And then lean to the other side and get the other sit bone and glute muscle out and apart. Yeah. And then by holding on to your feet, you can get your lower back in and up. Draw your shoulders back. Take a nice big breath. And then in this pose, you can stay upright again, or you can tone your belly muscles and extend your spine long. Exhale and fold forward. And here gravity's helping you to take your knees down. You can use your muscles to take them down a little bit more. We'll have none of this though. You use the strength of your leg muscles to open it up. You can pulse your legs up and down. And then come on up. And then to get out of this pose, take your hands to your outer knees to bring your legs back up. And then take your legs straight out in front of you. And bend your left leg. I'm mirroring you. And then inhale up. And then stretch your opposite arm up. And then you can wrap up your leg and then turn your torso open. Prop up your spine with your fingertips behind you. Draw your shoulders back, lift your heart up and twist. Similar to when we did in the beginning. Look over your shoulder, draw both shoulders back. Inhale through center. Now we're going to place the same arm on the same leg, and you can put your hand on your calf, open up the other side. This is twist. This is a twist. This is very good for your immune system, your digestive system, which affects your immune system. All your internal organs get a squeezing, and then a fresh rush of blood comes in. And come through center. And we'll change legs. Hold onto your leg. And by holding onto your leg, you can get your spine nice and long. And then wrap up your leg with the opposite arm. Turn. Draw your shoulders back. Lift your heart up. And twist. And come through center. And if you like these shows and you find value in Yoga for Health and Joy, oh, we're going to pick this leg back up. Sorry about that. I encourage you to share these shows with others who might benefit. Open up to the other side. Look over. Come through center. And then take that leg out. And then let's end where we began. Sitting on your blanket in a nice, comfortable seated pose, connecting with your breath, and bringing your awareness to something that you're grateful for again. When you connect with your breath, it brings you right into the present moment, the gift of this moment. From my heart to yours, namaste.